Gaffer, we're speaking for the first time since the Celtic game a couple of weeks ago. Looking forward to the first competitive game of the season. How are we feeling about preparations?
They've went really well. I mean, we've had 3 or 4 little niggling injuries. We haven't been able to play everybody, but yeah, I mean, they're in a place now where they just need sharpness and things, and you tend to find sharpness comes with proper games. I'm a bit like one of our greatest ever managers, Johnny Lambie, that I think he called them a necessary evil, the pre-season games, and they are that. But they played a lot of good stuff. We made 2 or 3 real poor errors defensively, and I'm not talking about defenders, the whole team, and that's got to be tidied up. But they've done all the hard work now, and I must be getting soft or modern, because for the first time since I started 25 years ago, I didn't take them with the waterworks. So they've got a good basic level of fitness, definitely. They all came back pretty fit anyway. It's now, I think they're just itching to get the real game started, and we treat these as real games, the 4 cup ties.
And since we last spoke, we've had those 2 behind closed doors friendlies. Were they useful for them as well?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, the Rangers game in particular was terrific because the pitch was just unbelievable. I mean, it was so good, and we played very well. We were under constant pressure the last 20 minutes, half an hour, and I think Rangers scored in the last 10 minutes to win 3-2. But at that point, we had 7 of the under 18s in the team, so some of them will look to put them out on loan at some point. But it was great, a great exercise.
And although we start the competitive season on Saturday, it's not the end of the friendlies. We've got one penciled in for next week as well. What's the thinking behind that?
Well, I mean, it was a free Saturday, and for how it looks like it'll be ready, fingers crossed. We may try and, we've got a game on the Wednesday against Kilmarnock, which is an important game. But I think we may get 2 or 3 trialists, hopefully, to play in that game, to have a look at players, and we might have there's one signing for certain now that we need to keep under wraps just now, but he should be with us by the middle of next week, and we're still 3, 4, 5 short, but we're in line for 2 or 3 to be here reasonably soon.
And looking forward to those Premier Sports Cup group stage games. You mentioned taking them seriously. What are the aims for the group? Well,
you want to qualify. I mean, it's financially, for us, it's every bit helps, and obviously the League Cup, I know it's now called the Premier Sports Cup, but the League Cup is one of the reasons that has set this club on the way it is now, obviously in 1971. So it'd be great to progress in it and then just see who we get.
And in terms of income, you mentioned a few possibilities there. Are you still confident of getting the squad to where it needs to be?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I mean, I think seasons, I'm maybe going to ask me about that in a minute, are going really, really well. We'll still be 2 weeks to go before the first league game, so and that's not a home game actually. So yeah, I'm confident. I think we need possibly a defender. We need a 1 or 2 wide players. We need another 1 midfielder. We've got 1, I think, almost certain, and we certainly need another striker. And
in terms of outgoings, so just a quick note on Mason McCready going out on loan. Why is he doing that?
Well, he'll still be training with us every day. He'll have 1 day, Ken and I have discussed it, I think it's a Tuesday, where he'll just train with Cowdenbeath. The rest of it will be with us every morning. Obviously with David and Sned's vying for the number 1 jersey, Mason's got to have a game on a Saturday because he progressed really, really well last season. And our plan is, we talk to Mason about a new contract in January. If he does okay, I'm sure he will. And then from the start of next season, like a few of the other loans, his job will to be part of the first team goalies, either number 1 or number 2. So I think a lot of the other ones, there might be 1 or 2 kept, but the other ones, if they're not going to play real game time here, then they need to go out and play. I think we've got 1 almost organised just now, who I think's got a real chance. So there's no point in these kids. The big caveat of it all is, if they go out, they'll be training with us almost every day, particularly your Stanways and your James Lyon and Xander. The 2, Xander and Jai, won't be going out. They'll stay with the 18s, play with the 18s, and be involved. Xander looks as if he could be involved with the first team pretty soon, I've got to say, in a squad. So yeah, but it's just really good for Mason's development. You can't train all week and then not get a game on Saturday.
And to finish off, we're closing in on 1,500 season tickets. How important does that remain to what you're doing?
Well, it's brilliant. I mean, it's fantastic, and that I will put out my gift again on the 2,000 seller and one for 2,500. And I know everybody says that's unfair because number 2 is as important as number, but yeah, it's a great effort. And as I say, I mean, I think it's 3 weeks till the first league home game, so yeah, I mean, I think we're on target, and great thanks to everybody. It's a great effort as usual.
Thanks, Tim Gaffer.
Cheers.